Guys, what's up? Um, got some PC gameplay for you today. I've got a little kind of mini montage that I included at the beginning before the kind of the main event. I've been working on my gameplay a lot lately. In the past, I hadn't really been disciplined enough to focus on sorts of new things like kicking at people is something that Vorkos, I think that's how you pronounce his name, recommended to me on one of my previous videos, and so that's something I'm working at. Roll back stabs is another thing I'm working at. Using new weapons like the plow. Just trying to focus on getting better, and I know it's kind of late in the game's life to be doing this, but it's actually fresh in the game for me, and it's made it a lot more fun again. So you'll see just a couple of minutes of this, and then I've got a single invasion that I want to showcase for you all today. So kicking on Wake Up there because I expect him to put the shield up. These are the kinds of things I never used to do, but I've really been thinking hard about a lot of the ways that I watch better players play and just trying to incorporate a lot of those techniques into my own gameplay. So these are all clips that I recorded in the last 2 days or so. I really hadn't been playing very much at all. I've been playing a lot of Bloodborne. In fact, I've got a Bloodborne video that's coming up. I just haven't gotten around to recording the commentary yet for it. I have to say, going for like a flashier sort of gameplay style has been a lot of fun. I mean, I've definitely made my share of mistakes, and I've gotten my share of punishes as a result. The other thing I've been working on is trying to remain aggressive in the face of a parry spammer. I think sometimes when you back off, you sort of embolden them. And this is the main clip here. So this guy, I invaded him 2 or 3 different times. This was actually the very first invasion that I had with him. I'm going to stop talking for just a minute and kind of let the gameplay go. So I decide not to gank this guy when I come into the world, and just based on his style, I'm assuming that he's probably got the dried fingers running, which I definitely proved to myself later on. In this play style, the Dragon Slayer axe, the Iron Round shield, and the really aggressive use of parries, unfortunately, is just kind of a common theme that you run into at these low levels. As you can see, and that was a blunder on my part, but as you can see, I'm trying to stay aggressive because my theory is that if you if you're not sufficiently aggressive with parry spammers, it kind of lets them set the tempo and it lets them get in your face and not really feel threatened. So you have to do things to make them feel threatened. You have to attack them, you have to go for backstabs, you have to kick at them, try to break their guard. One of the sort of common themes with players like this is they love to come in your face with their shield up, and that can be a really effective strategy. But you gotta make sure you're kicking at their shield. This is one thing that I saw Derpy do a lot of. When I fought Derpy, if I come at him with my shield up, or I've seen him fight other players with his shield up, or with their shields up, he is very aggressive about kicking at their shield. And sometimes he'll trade with them, but even just knowing the threat of that shield kick can be enough to sort of cool somebody's jets and get them to stop coming in with their shield up all the time. So I'm trying to kick at him. I'm trying to hit him with turn and burns. And obviously you can see here, even though I did not gank him when I came in with one of the other invaders, that did not stop him from ganking me the moment one of his blues showed up. And it was sort of ironic because later on, not in this clip, in another fight, he applauded me for ganking him, which I just thought was pretty rich. And there, I really expected the parry out of stun. I was not expecting him to try to attack me out of hit stun. And you can see there, I'm making liberal use of the shield waggle to try and make sure that somebody can't reaction parry the running attack on the long sword. That's something I learned from the Mocha Latte. I mean, I've seen lots of other players do it as well, but he is very aggressive in his use of the L1 waggle. I know Goof is as well, Project Goof, and I can say that from fighting both of those guys, it's very effective. It's very unnerving because it's sometimes difficult to get a read on when they're actually attacking and when they're just kind of engaging in that L1 waggling. So this is frustrating because I've got the host on the ropes and I'm chasing him down, and the other invaders get in the mix and take me off of him. And so now he's running for the ladder. And I know for a fact he's going to go down there and he's going to use the Fap Ring cheese. So my thinking is I throw on the silver cat ring because I'm thinking if I can get far enough down the ladder above the host, I can drop down below, and then the other invader could have come in from up top. But obviously that plan ended up falling apart when my other two invader buddies killed themselves. So the Dragon Slayer's axe obviously does a shit ton of damage, especially when he's got those lightning bundles on it. But the only saving grace of that weapon is that the reach isn't all that great, and you can see I'm able to outspace it quite a bit. And there I go for my first parry attempt against this guy. But it's easy to outspace, relatively speaking. If I had a Lothric Knight straight sword, that would be even better. But I unfortunately don't have the stats to wield it. And you can see now the guy's not going for nearly as many parries. He's respecting the run BS. But he still has to go for him. But, 245, I'm not really doing a whole lot of damage to this guy when I hit him. And that's with the Hornet Ring on, too. But the Dragon Slayer axe does a lot of damage, but it doesn't have much reach, and it's sufficiently slow. Like, the running attacks are pretty slow. The R1s are about as fast, maybe just a little bit slower than the straight sword. And you can see here that the host probably came to a similar conclusion, and he abandoned the axe in favor of the longsword. And I get my gold pine bundles out. That's something I don't do often enough. You see me trying to kick him there again. Those are not accidental kicks. Those are intentional. And unfortunately for that tree, I'd have gotten him for probably about 240 points of damage. There he finally gets me. If I'd had a bit more health after that riposte, I probably would have tried a wake up parry. So you can see he was being a bit too rhythmic with his R1s. And then I was able to catch him with a setup parry, and that was the first time I had attempted it, which is why I'm sure it caught him off guard. Interestingly enough, though, I don't think he's gone for the parry out of head stun yet, which I really expected. In a subsequent fight, he ended up lagging really badly, or I did, who knows which it is, but he ended up killing me, and I got the fabled triple point down. There's that rhythm again. And I was worried about him parrying out a wake up, but he didn't do it last time, so I gamble and go for the roll catch, and I get him. Well, guys, thanks for checking in. Take care now.